Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about a show. Agatha, All Along, Episode 7. Let's get into it, shall we? Spoilers! Okay, so this is clearly a Lilia trial. Um, we see that Billy and Agatha are still on the road. They're headed towards the next trial, this castle, and they walk into the place, and uh, Agatha turns into the Wicked Witch of the West, and and Billy is Maleficent. So hilarious. By the time they all get there, the other two, um, Lilia is Glinda, the Good Witch, and Jen is the evil queen from Snow White. It crazy in the form that she took when she poisoned Snow White. So that was crazy. It was hilarious. Good costuming though. I appreciated that. But before Jen and Lilia got there, Billy and Agatha started the trial and were trying to figure it out. It's a tarot reading. So he was trying to do it. They got swords coming out of the ceiling, dropping on them if they get it wrong. Plus, once the round is over, the ceiling is lowering itself with swords in it. So they got to get through this trial quickly as possible. On the other flip side of that, Lilia is we get a full understanding of what's been going on with Lilia, as well as what's been happening throughout this season of the show. With all of her out of the box random sayings that she was saying was actually her living her life at different moments in time. She basically, time is an illusion, and she lives her life all through it. So it was crazy. She went back to her first lesson when she was learning how to be a witch with her coven, and then we find out that she had predicted that they was gonna get the plague and die. Nobody listened to her, and so after that, she didn't want to be in the coven no more, and she hid her powers away. So that's why she's been struggling with it now as it's been coming back. But she's being forced into it through the road to use her powers. And the basic end for her is get your coven back. You need a coven. Don't be afraid of your powers. Her first teacher told her you're not supposed to control your powers. You're supposed to see through your powers. That's it. So you can't control what's going to happen. You're just supposed to be able to see what's going to happen. And once she came to that realization, she was a lot better. She started doing they showed how her and Jen were under the ground, and they had to escape from the Salem 7, who was down there. And they went down the road, and she asked Jen to go with her, and Jen went with her. And I like that her and Jen was getting closer, and that she was like imparting information on to her because she is the oldest witch there. That was really nice to see, and to see Jen like taking her seriously and not making fun of her and trying to give her support and back her up. That was really nice. I enjoyed that a lot. But eventually, through the underground passage, Jen and Lilia end up making their way there. So when they go in there, Lilia has to do a reading for Billy, who his question, of course, was, is he Billy or is he Tommy? He wanted confirmation on that. Can't blame him. He really wanted to know, And we come to find out that, according to the cards, he's the magician, so he's definitely Billy. And we all know that he wants to find his brother at the end. But the trial was not for him. It was Lilia's trial, and she needed to read herself. So she had to do her own cards and figure out what was going on. And we got a nice, cool montage of all the wishes and their power set and who they're supposed to be, as far as the coven goes and what they bring to the coven. And we also get the cool reveal through the back and forth with Lilia going through her life that death is Rio and Rio is death. Lady Death, that is, in the Marvel Universe. I was like, oh boy. Well, had a feeling. Now it's been confirmed. Where is she? Oh, she been collecting bodies because Witch has been dying this entire time. So yeah, now she coming up and it's like, hey, Lilia, all roads lead to me. Even this one. So Lilia, through that, came to the realization of what she needed to do. And what she needed to do was, this time, she can actually save her coven from the Salem 7. So after she passes her reading, imparts more wisdom to them as they pass through the exit to get out to go to the next trial, she locks herself in. And the Salem Seven come creeping in there, and she like, well, you know, if once you, the road is kind of fickle, so once you pass the test, if you end up staying in here, strange things could happen that could be detrimental to your life. And she flipped over one of the cars that was supposed to be reversed, and she flipped it upright, and the whole room went reverse. And then the Salem Seven got impaled on the swords that were on the ceiling, now floor. And then the saddest of saddest parts, especially after seeing what her life was like and what she had to go through, when Lilia had to let go of the table and fall herself to her death. And I was so glad they didn't show her get impaled on the swords, but you know she fell and she died. The next scene was her back as a child, and she was more confident this time because she's basically living her life in a constant circle. So even though she died there, she went back to the beginning because her younger self had always been living her life, and she was afraid of that. Now she's not anymore. Now that she understands it, so she may have even a different life now, going forward. You know, because of this understanding. Because that's crazy, that's insane, but it's witchcraft. And yeah, so they done moved on and went on through. We got that Rio is Lady Death. We got the confirmation again that Billy is Billy. And we got an up in the air on whether Wanda is dead or not. Is she? Don't know. Nobody really knows if she is or not, but everybody assumes that she is. So again, we will have to wait and see what Marvel chooses to do with the Scarlet Witch in the future for future projects. But as of now, it's we're not sure, we don't know, could be, could not. So yeah, that was it was just so sad to see what Lily had been going through. Like, she was going through a lot in her life with this unattachment in time and just skipping around. They showed us how all the things she was saying was connected to what she was seeing. Crazy, awesome edit though, but really crazy. This was a good episode. It started off a little weird at first. It was hard to keep up because of the back and forth through the time and trying to follow Lilia, which really disoriented you and made you really understand too what she had been going through the entire time as well. Crazy. So we got 2 episodes left. They're airing both at the same time next week. So we got the penultimate episode and the finale next week. Can't wait to see what's going to happen with that. When Rio going to pop back up, what's going to happen with Billy? Is Agatha going to reach the end of the road and get what she wants? What's going to happen with Jen? Lilia told Jen she's the future, so she's got to survive, right? I would hope so. I'm really starting to like Jen a lot. We will see, and I will see you guys next week for the last 2 episodes. Until then, have a great day.